Hey guys, today is the day I have chosen to do my first overnight solo backpacking trip. I'm located along the Appalachian Trail, and I've been to these sites before just to check them out. I did that earlier in the summer, and I had the weekend off, so I decided this would be a good time for me to branch out of my comfort zone and head out into the woods for a night or two. So the campsite that I've chosen to hike to, it's only a couple of miles in from the overnight parking on the Appalachian Trail. There's several on the path to choose from. So we're gonna see which one works out best. So it's about 5:15, 5:30, and the first campsite that I had looked at isn't far from here, and we're going through this beautiful meadow that I just love. Every time I go through it, you can see the mountains over there, and then when the sun sets, it's so beautiful. But there was a trail, or excuse me, there was a car parked down by the road, and the license plate said something about where's the trailhead. So I'm not sure if anybody's gonna actually be at this campsite or not. That's why I'm thankful there are two. So we'll see when we get up here. But one more look at this beauty. Okay, so we're coming up to the first campsite here. It's not a bad campsite. There's a fire pit and some sticks there, branches to use for that, and these flat spots sort of. I guess better check it to make sure, but it's pretty cleared out, and there's some kind of a path back through that way that I could explore. It's one of the things I didn't get to do last time I was here. And not far up the trail, there's another campsite. So I'm gonna check that one out as well. And if I don't like it, I'll come back to this one. Okay, we're up to the other campsite. And I had set up my tent here before just to practice. There's some level areas. And I mean, I like it, just not sure if I want to go back to the other one because it has the nice little path to the water. Of course, this one has a path to somewhere too, so I could actually check that out. So maybe I'll just stay here. I haven't seen this other person hiking or people hiking on the trail that are parked on the road down there. So either they went out pretty far this way or they went the other way on the AT. So I walked back that path, and there is another fire ring back there, and there was no path past that. So sorry about the gum. But there's no flat level ground there, so I'm going to just stay at the first site along the path here. I thought it'd be great back there for less visibility, but I'd just rather have flat ground. Also, I forgot to mention, I finally got my new sleep pad. It's a Nemo Tensor Ultralight 4 Seasons tent, and comes with a pump sack. I pumped it up with that at home. It seemed to have gone pretty well. We'll just see how comfortable it is tonight. Okay, got that done. That's a little bit of a pain in the butt using that pump sack, but it did get blown up, and here it is. Now I get to blow up my pillow, hook up my sleep pad or my sleep quilt, and go on to the next project from there, which will be making dinner. If you're wondering why I'm blowing that one up with my mouth, it's because I only use this between my knees, and also I don't really like it for my head, so I got it used and didn't pay a lot for it, so I plan on replacing it. It's a Cedar Summit, does it say? Eros Ultralight Deluxe. But, you know, it's a little bit noisy for me, so might trade it in. Okay, I almost just had a heart attack. I thought I didn't bring my electronics along, like my power banks and my headlamp. That's all I really carry other than my cell phone. And I had it previously in a Ziploc bag inside of my Nylophone bag, but since I had extra room in my bear canister, I had put it in my bear canister, and I remembered just after frantically going through my pack over and over again, but I have it, so I'm good. And what's for dinner, you may ask? Well, I just put a pack of ramen noodles in a Mylar bag, and I'm going to just pour water in here, and I'm going to eat that for dinner. I have a couple of Slim Jims and some other snacks if I want it. For breakfast in the morning, I'm going to have a Pop-Tart and some coffee. Just kept it real simple, you know, easy to, you know, clean up and everything like that. So here goes nothing. Okay, it's getting dark out here. I'm getting ready to have my dinner. I made, like I said, something simple, the ramen, and while I was waiting for it to hydrate, I just changed into my camp clothes, which is just a very thin thermal shirt, some leggings, some darn tough socks, and my Crocs. So I had to redo this part because the camera, I have it sitting with the back camera towards me because it seems like it's a little bit lighter for the video. I didn't bring out my headlamp yet. I'm just sitting here eating my ramen, and like I said, I don't have ramen hardly ever. So when I do have it, it's kind of a treat for me. it's not like a sacrifice or a compromise. Mm. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Actually, it's pretty good. And I have some Slim Jims here. I also have some crackers and a couple other treats in there if I'm hungry later. But I think I'm going to try to start a fire. I haven't done that in a really long time. We'll see how that goes. Just going to finish eating here. All right, so I cleaned up my eating area, took my bear canister away from the camp. It seems to be far away, but I'm thinking about maybe moving it further away. I don't know that there are bears in these woods here, but there are probably other critters. I did see quite a few of them on my trail here. So, you know, better safe than sorry. And now I'm just gonna probably, you know, brush my teeth and maybe lay down and listen to some podcasts or an audiobook and just relax. It's so nice out today. It was a perfect night to camp. So I'm really glad I took advantage of it. And I'm sorry it's so dark. I only have my little headlamp. I'm gonna have to do something about the lighting situation when I camp out. But see you in a bit. Okay, I'm laying here all snugly in my tent with my new sleeping pad and got my sleep quilt over me, and had a long 1 hour long, I think, conversation with my son about some stuff. He had just called me. He didn't know I was out backpacking, so and now I think I'm just going to listen to the sounds of the night. You know, it's just absolutely perfect weather. No rain. It's in its 50s, and yeah, not scared at all. No anxiety. None of the stuff that a lot of people, I think, get when they're out. But it could be because, you know, I had come out to this area multiple times before I decided to camp here, and yeah, I really like it. So gonna sit here or lay here and just drift off to sleep listening to these wonderful night sounds, and I'll see you in the morning. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a bunch of coyotes off in the distance, and we aren't that far from the wolf sanctuary though. Well, I don't know, but I think they're coyotes. You can hear them yipping and howling. It's kind of cool. Good morning, everybody. Just getting up. It's around 6 o'clock. It was a good night. I woke up a lot. I heard a lot of critters out there, and a lot of tree limbs, branches breaking. And other than that, it was a really peaceful night. Can't believe I'm up this early, but it did get a little chilly. And thankfully I brought my puppy along. So I'm gonna get out here and stretch a little bit, and then get some coffee and have my Pop-Tart. It is so hard to get this light figured out this early in the morning. I don't know how anybody does it, but I tried my headlamp, tried adjusting my camera, but it is after 6 o'clock. You would think you'd be able to see. Okay, so apparently it's just now getting light enough for me to start recording again. I have wasted so much time this morning just trying to get this camera on my phone to work. It'll take pictures just fine and it'll flash, but until it's like really super light out like this, maybe it's been an hour, it's just like 7 o'clock now, it won't work. So anyway, just sitting down and making some coffee, and I noticed there's like very little condensation on my tent this morning. I did hear a lot of the little pine needles and stuff falling off the tree over the night, and but nothing seems disturbed. It was all just normal natural sounds of the forest, I guess. And I'm gonna have my Pop-Tart and some coffee. Kind of a shame there's no table here. Not far back out to the parking lot where I parked my car, a couple miles. So naturally, after I eat my breakfast, I'm going to tear down my tent, put away everything, pack up, and head out. But I want to enjoy this morning because it's going to start getting colder and colder, and I'm not sure how many of these I'll be doing over the winter time. But I know I'll be out hiking and stuff like that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's something snorting at me up in the woods. It sounds kind of like a deer. But of course, as soon as I got my camera on, it stopped. Okay, I'm all packed up, ready to go home and clean off whatever dirt is left on my gear. It was a good night. I'll talk a little bit more about it on my way out here, and I'll talk to you in a few. Just like nobody was here. And me, gotta put that thing on my back. So I'm seeing all these mushrooms already this morning. They're all like this one. They're everywhere. They're in the grass, they're in the trees, they're in the dirt, they're in the leaves, everywhere. But I'm on the path back, so we'll soon come up to this little meadow where the sun I would have been able to see if I would have gotten up and walked down here earlier. It's just, this time is more of a mission than a pleasure trip, because I wanted to learn how it would feel to hike out to a spot and solo camp. It was great. I didn't have any fears or anxiety. I had more anxiety the day before thinking about doing it than when I was actually here. And 75% of the time, that's the case, at least for me. And thank goodness I had this orange buff, because they had a sign down here that, sorry about the gum again, that it is hunting season already in Pennsylvania. I do have fluorescent orange tape on my backpack for such a reason, but the buff is nice too. And I was thinking, I have right in my car an orange, bright orange shirt. And outside of that, I did see one hiker this morning already. He was just trucking on up through. Didn't even say hi. Well, he waved, but didn't say hi or stop or anything. So that was the extent of my contact with humans. So I took 2 700 milliliter bottles, so not quite a liter, to camp. And I didn't, this morning I had just enough to have a cup of coffee, and I put another packet in my bottle to make cold coffee. But I wasn't worried because I knew that's about how much I needed. And there's a water source not far. I looked this morning again on Far Out, and even if I go further past my campsite, there's a close water source. So I won't be filtering water down here like I thought I would on my way back either, because I have a little bit in my car yet. So I should be fine. Look at this. Everything's still glistening from the dew. It's just so pretty. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, wow. Just the way the mist is rising above the mountains over there. I mentioned, I think I will keep it in the video either way, but there were coyotes yipping and howling last night. They weren't real close though, so I wasn't concerned. And for a minute I thought, oh, I'm not far from the wolf sanctuary, but actually I'm quite a bit a ways from the wolf sanctuary. I don't know what I was thinking at that moment, but I live close-ish to the wolf sanctuary, but I never hear them howl down there. So there's no way I would hear them howl, 45 minutes north. So, and that's the pretty picture of the day. There are also several very, very loud airplanes or helicopters that went over last night. It seemed like there was a constant flow of air traffic, and in the distance I could vaguely still hear the traffic, but I don't know. It didn't really bother me because I could hear the crickets and that even better. So I still slept like a baby. See, you can hear that helicopter. I don't know what is out here that there's so much air traffic. I did not hear that on any of my other hikes out here, and I never heard of an airport or landing strip being out here anywhere. Oh well. Oh, and I meant to tell you, this was actually the first campsite. The one I stayed at was the third one on this leg of the AT. But I'm still unsure as if you're allowed to camp here, because it's still within the state park area. but it's obviously an established campsite, so I don't know. For me, that would be like an easy one. It would be just basically as good as car camping because it's only like half a mile in. So kind of, if I just wanted a real easy overnight camp, I could do that. And this is a nice little trickling stream here where I could get some water if I needed it. There's a blue trail back that way. I'm gonna try one of these times. But for now, we got this long ass log to cross, and it's bumpy. As you can see, it's not flat. And I have this backpack, this big 21-pound backpack on me, so gotta put the fan away. Look at that, jewelweed, and some other flower here. I'm not sure what that is. If anybody knows what it is, let me know. Another water source. Bigfoot's been across here this morning. At least someone with big feet. And another flower that I'm not familiar with. We got a bunch of these. I don't know anymore if they're just cone flowers or they're echinacea, but I'm pretty sure they're just cone flowers. Dying off along here. They're everywhere. They were so pretty when they were in bloom. Okay guys, I'm back to my car. I did it, my first overnight backpacking solo on the Appalachian Trail. And I gotta tell you, it was a lot less scary than I thought it was. I was so relaxed and so happy to be there. I just fell asleep right away and I slept good all night. A few times an airplane or a helicopter woke me up, or you know, a falling branch or something, but overall I slept in pretty good. And it's probably around 8:30 right now. I'm back to my car. I'd woken up at 6 o'clock. And I'm getting ready to go home. I have a lot of stuff to do around the house today, and then I'll probably be back out tomorrow hiking somewhere. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, or comment, and I will see you soon. Namaste.